Yo, what's going on, guys? We are back for another Chainsaw Man chapter, and obviously we left off the last chapter with the spinal cord sword, and now it doesn't work. But let's just get right into it with the first page with, Asa or Yoru touching Denji to make the spinal cord sword. So we get to see Yoru saying, yo, spinal cord sword, Denji spinal cord sword, Denji spinal. She keeps saying it, and it's not happening. He's not changing. Now, while the Denji spinal cord sword, it doesn't work, he touches Yoru's head and says, Asa spinal cord sword, and says, that's a fun way to say goodbye. Peace. And that's just perfect for Denji. Like, he has no clue what's going on. He doesn't know he's going to be turned into a weapon. He just thinks that Asa's weird, and he can't tell the difference between Asa and Yoru. We get to see here, because he obviously says Asa spinal cord sword. He doesn't say, like, who are you type stuff, but Denji, he's just a basic man. Asa says, like, yo, thank God that he did not get turned into a weapon. Like, what are you thinking? And Yoru's like, why couldn't I turn him? Like, we hit it off so well. But then Asa's like, wouldn't that mean that he doesn't like me as much as, like, I would like him? It doesn't matter anyways. I don't like him anyways. Like, Asa's such, like, a tsundere vibe right here. She's like, yeah. He doesn't like me, but I don't like him either, obviously. Yoru basically says after this, like, no matter, like, it doesn't really matter. We will get him to like us sometime. But she says, like, you barely slept during that whole altercation. I'm tired, and I'm going to sleep. So this is interesting because we don't know that Yoru fatigues, and she does. She says, like, I can't stay awake anymore, and she plops down onto the bed. But before this, we get to see Asa's like, what's the deal with that girl who trapped us? Like, isn't that Famine, your bigger sister? Yoru then says, like, yo, that was the Famine devil. I haven't seen her in so long that I didn't really recognize her, but she's crazy. Whatever you do, like, don't interact with her. But Asa's like, I thought she was your family, and then Yoru passes out. We get to see that, like, after Yoru passes out and she's on the bed, Asa takes control, and she sits back up, because she's not tired, Yoru is. And she keeps thinking about Denji, and she's like, he said all those things, but he doesn't like me. Now, Denji is obviously, his heart is really weird. It's different. He doesn't like stuff as normal people do. He never went through a normal person's childhood. He never learned what love really was until I think now where he's meeting Nayuta and stuff. But Asa's basically in her head. She's thinking, like, he doesn't like me. Like, why? Why doesn't he like me? Because, she thinks that she's cute. We got that panel where she says she was cute. She hypes herself up a good amount. But she's like, unbelievable. It's so irritating. Like, I hate him. But we cut into the next date where Denji's like, yo, we're going to go to a movie marathon. And just like what he did with Makima, this is the only type of date that he's really been on. It was like this movie date with Makima. So he's going to do the same thing with her. But she's like, it costs money. Like, I would rather not do something that costs this much money. Which 2,000 yen is about 20 bucks, I'm pretty sure. Or something like that. But it's relatively cheap. But she's like, I don't want to go on any pricey dates. Yo, what's going on, guys? Sorry for interrupting the video, but thank you for watching. And if you're enjoying the Chainsaw Man content and want a new chapter review every week, just like and subscribe. Back to the video. Obviously, she lives by herself and her parents are gone. She probably doesn't make any money, and I don't think she has a job. So yeah, obviously she wants to keep it cheap. Also says, like, video rentals would be so much cheaper. Like, why don't we do that? But Denji's like, I mean, we could. Do you have a VCR? Because obviously this is set in the 90s or 80s-ish, where there was VCRs, and who doesn't love a good old VCR? But Asa's like, no, I don't. But Denji does. So she says, let's go to your place. Like, it's cheaper and it'll be easier. And Denji's like, huh? You want to come to my house? And we know why he's freaking out, because he has a daughter. Like, Nayuta's there. But we'll see some more. She says, like, is that not a good idea? Like, we don't have to do a date then. And Denji's like, no, I want to do a date. He's like, fine, we can do it in my place. But one condition. You have to follow our rules. And this is really interesting because Denji is not the type of dude that has rules and stuff. I have a theory about that later, but Denji's like, you cannot break these no matter what. And Asa asks, what happens if you break them? Last page of the chapter, worst case scenario, you die. And we get to see the president. He's like, huh? You're gonna die if you break the rule? Like, okay. This is so interesting. Right away, I thought Nayuta, she has rules for their house because she's control devil. And whatever she doesn't like she could kill you for. I'm not really sure, because Denji's not a stickler for rules at all. Like, he wants to do what he wants to do. So it's either Nayuta made these rules or he made the rules for Nayuta's sake. Yeah, that's all I can think about, because last chapter I thought Denji was going to die. Like, I thought he was going to be turned into a weapon. But no, it's awesome to see that Denji is, like, resistant to this, because, it might be because of the devil inside of him. It might be because he doesn't actually like Asta like the way she does. But we got to see some really interesting things this chapter, and I think next chapter we might get to see Nayuta again, or if we don't cut to some like random thing. But yeah, I think Nayuta next chapter, we're gonna finally see their relationship. And I mean, does she grow faster than other people? Is she still a kid? Like, you know, I want to see all this stuff soon. But I'm pretty sure we don't have a break next week. Really, really good chapter in my opinion. But thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, and peace.